I don't need any makeup. Welcome to Let's Talk About It with Yogi Hamm. I'm Yogi Hamm, and it's my garage. I said I was going to start doing it like that. I like it. I'm going to leave that in there. Anyhow, well, we're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to talk about, a little while ago, I did a video about sports. And I got over there ranting about a couple of fellers. So I ran out of time before I got to talk about sports fans. And I said I was going to come back because I had some stuff to say about it. And then later, after I'm done talking about it, I'm going to give you a song to go listen to. And then you can come back after you go listen to it. Listen to it a couple times. Just make sure if you like it or not. Sometimes you hear something you don't like it, and then like 6 months later you hear it and you're like, I like that. And your brain can't figure you out. So I'll give it that song at the end. So we're getting ready to talk about sports. Thing that bothers me is all the fighting at the games. I don't understand that. Oh no, that guy don't like my team. I guess I gotta throw a punch. Oh no, he said something to me that I could easily just turn around and ignore and keep going throughout my day. But I'm gonna have to turn around and say something back, so then we're gonna have to throw punches. Oh no, he don't like my team. He said something mean. I'm gonna go punch. You know that. Why they so many? It's on every level too. Little kids out there trying to play, and their mamas and daddies up in the stands swinging purses and beer bottles. In a high school, same thing. High school parents out there fighting in the stands. I don't get it. I just don't. If somebody says something I don't like, I don't immediately want to go just. I gotta hit you in the face, pow! No, I don't. Wait, well, there's a couple people. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. There's a couple that I might, but we're far apart, so the chances of that happening, almost nothing. But I'm gonna tell you something else too. Them college football fans, some of y'all need to chill out, take a Valium, start a damn garden. Yeah, that garden gonna help you. Not no little bitty one, not no great big one either. You just a medium sized one, just so when you go out there, you ain't done in 5 or 10 minutes. Cause that ain't why even have it. Go get you one of them. Go get your garden started. Help you calm the hell down. If you that crazy over a damn college football team, y'all need. And I'm gonna share an experience. Turn me off of that. I didn't really know the teams because I didn't watch college ball, so I didn't know no damn teams. I didn't need to because I didn't watch. So I just didn't know all the teams. I knew the big ones. You'd hear Ohio State, Michigan. You'd hear them on TV sometimes, but I didn't watch. But I'd hear it passing by. So I heard some teams, Alabama, them kind, that kind of stuff. And but I didn't keep up with it. So this one time, a few years ago, it's when there was the college championship was the Ohio State, Bucknuts, and the Oregon Ducks. And I remember I wasn't watching. I didn't know championship was coming or nothing. But I seen a commercial said, coming up, Ohio State against the Ducks. And I thought, there's a team called the Ducks. And I had to look it up, make sure it was real. And I said, oh my God, there's a team called the Ducks. I hope they win just because they called the Ducks. I'd love to see that. So, I didn't know when the game was or nothing, so all this just came as a big old surprise to me. Me and a coworker, we had to go up a little bit northeast of Dayton, Ohio, and we got there the night before that damn game. I didn't know it, right? I remember I told you I didn't know. So we get to the hotel there in this place, Huber something. I don't remember. I get this hotel and there's a Walmart there. I said, well, I need to go over and get me some, I need to get a new toothbrush because I forgot to bring mine. And then I wanted to pick up some other stuff, some snacks to have in the hotel room. And so we go over and we get our stuff and we meet back up at the lanes. And we get in lane and we're like 4 people back and it's packed because it's the night before the game. Everybody's stocking up on their game parties, food, crap. And so we're in line and every lane is open and crowded. So I'm standing there and I got the basket between me and my co-worker standing on the other end over there. He's standing there, but he's facing me, and we're talking. And we know the next morning we was going to be starting on this project that we was going to help set up. Then we could go home. So we're talking about that, and all of a sudden, right here, there's a little fella. This is what turned me against OSU fans, and I will explain why when I'm done with the story. So chill out. Wait to hear the explanation before you go crazy and be mean. Yeah, just try using your ears first. All right. So anyway, this fella about this tall, chubby feller, and he got one of them real thin mustaches like that, right across the top lip, and then nothing up above that, shaved. That's not a good look. Only person that ever pulled that off was Vincent Price, king of horror movies. Don't even try to argue. You can't. Go look at his body of work. Go watch all 187,000 movies he was in, and then he come back and we'll talk. So, no, he didn't. We don't want that. And so I'm looking at him, but he's also dressed head to toe. He's got red and white shoes on, gray sweatpants, an OSU shirt, an OSU jacket, and an OSU hat. And I'm like, that's too much. Maybe the shoes and maybe either the shirt or the hat, not both. And maybe just the shoes and the jacket. But you can't do all them. That tells everybody right there, I'm a nut. Yeah, you are. Look at that. That's too much. Take a lesson from this. On how you dress when you go out, think of others. I don't want to see that. So anyway, me and my buddy, we were talking about something, and I was just about to say something. My mouth was like that, and that little fella he was chewing gum, and he's like, what about that game? What about that game coming up? What about that game? What about that game? And I just look at him like, I don't know what game you're talking about. OSU, Ohio State's playing Oregon. We're going to beat those Ducks. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. He says, yeah, something about tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know it was tomorrow. And he said, yeah, we're going to beat them Ducks, ain't we? And I said, well, actually, I'm hoping the Ducks win. And I thought I was on a prank show. I'm going to set this so I can show you what this feller did to me. Traumatized me. Now I'm going to traumatize you. That's how it works. It all rolls down. So this fella looks at me for a second like, did you really just say that to me? He had that look on his face like, oh, like that. And I'm just smiling like, where are we going? Where are we going with this? So then that fella, he puts his feet far apart, squats way down, and he starts flailing his arms, pointing and quacking at me. I ain't even kidding. That happened 100%. I ain't even playing. This happened to me. Huber Heights. Huber Heights, Ohio, in that Walmart, lane 10. Probably, I don't know. I wasn't looking at that. That was the farthest thing from my mind. But that fella squatted down, started pointing, and quacking. Like that, he was doing like that at me. In the lane, well, it's 4 deep. And I look around like, I'm looking around, every damn body in the store, all the lane, people in the lanes, all the people going back and forth behind us, all the people in this lane. Everybody's looking like, what is going on over there? What is that fella quacking? What's that southern feller doing here? I don't even know how they knew that. So, my co-worker who was standing in the front of the thing facing me, he just turned around like that. Just like that. And I'm looking at him like, oh, you're bailing on me. So this guy, all of a sudden the woman, the cashier, looks down and says something, hey, whatever his name was, I don't remember. Like I said, I was traumatized at that point. I'm lucky I remember her yelling at him. So they start talking. So I'm like, okay, I'm free and clear then. He's done forgot about me, and we can move on, and never again the two cross shall pass. Or two paths shall cross. You know what I meant. I'll edit that out. Forget you. So he's talking to her, and I'm just standing there, and my co-worker's still facing the other way, and I keep bumping him with the cart, like, look at me, and he's like, I just see it back in the head doing that. And she says something about, you going ready for that game? And he's like, yeah, we're going to beat them Ducks. And he turns back at me. And he starts doing that again, just like that. Just like that. I ain't even playing. You ever had that done to you? In a Walmart? Well, you might. It's Walmart. I bet it's a small club, though. I bet there's just like 400 or 500 of us. We should get together. Make it a yearly thing. Get together. Surviving getting quacked at. So we got up closer and we just went off. We got the hell out. As soon as we paid our stuff, boom, and him and the cashier was still talking. So I got quacked at 2 different times. I don't know what all that pointing was. I don't know what any of that was really. And so I left there, and I'm like, and I said, well, I came home. I said, well, I don't like OSU no more. And they said, well, you can't judge. You can't judge. I'm gonna pick you up if I drop you. If you see the camera fall and grab onto something, I hate y'all bounce around in there. It hurt. Okay. But, them people say, you can't judge. You can't judge all of them just because of one. I'm like, I know. And I ain't. But all the people that was in line on both sides of us, backed up into the aisles, and all the people going back and forth behind us, there's a whole damn buttload of OSU people, fans in that store watching. Not one of them stepped up to help Yogi get out of that. They all just laughed and kept walking. Ain't my circus, I guess. Anyway, there you go. I'm wore out thinking about that feller. I hope he's doing all right, I guess. I don't really have nothing against him now. It took a couple years to get over that. That happens to you. It stick with you down the road. I ain't playing, man. Think about that. What if that was you? What if that was you? All right. Song? No. The band? The band's England Dan and John Ford Coley. And this song's from the 70s. And it's called Love is the Answer. Love is the answer. Write that down, because you'll forget it by the time you go to look at it. So, yeah. England Dan, John Ford Coley. Love is the answer. First time I heard that song, that opening, the second verse, first line. Tore me up. Made me. I was in ninth grade, and it made me question why is there death? Yeah, it made me feel bad. I still love that song though. So go listen to that. Tell me what you think. If you got anything you want to talk about, as usual, put it in the comments. I'm gonna read every damn one. And I can say that with honesty because we ain't got none yet. Why you don't want to play with Yogi? I don't know. All right, I'm Yogi Hamm. It's my garage. We're done.